understand City a form no unza fi aye on and off. Oma no ma ba kakra. Oma no mko machi kakra. And PSG so a performance in the Champions League in Koyu Krawu. It was a game and I'm expecting goals. But City ba 2-0. Ediatia a struggling PSG in the Champions League. I'm gonna be 4-2 there. I shock him kakra. Bayern Munich game no. And also the same thing. I don't say the same thing. Feyenoord they share Bayern Munich. 3-0. On the antibaku crowd. And also quite shocking. Girona they say Rubi and say Milan Beshomo. Real Madrid they share Salzburg 5 in the news. Arsenal said Dynamo Zagreb in the news. See, having these two games, PSG City no and Feyenoord Bayern Munich.
You see, for me, the Paris Saint-Germain Man City game no. Na ensheda nyame wanwa. Inti omo picky coach na ye de two dwa no. You omo nya realize say Paris Saint-Germain Man City game no. Ye koni nyina say Man City be share na say Paris Saint-Germain be share and over. Yanko say we be share na say we be share. Because some match no e betinya ko bia. And I will explain in detail why I saw that on the horizon and how that panned out perfectly all matching. But to be very honest with you, and you win a shock game.
Feyenoord.
Yeah. You see, in Rotterdam, Feyenoord is a strong team. Already seen him. And we have seen them come to the Etihad and do almost a similar thing to Manchester City. Etihad, the same Champions League. But Sir Bayern elbow against Tima on City so deep and open up to attack them. And then play with a lot of intensity. There is high chance they give me high scoring, which was checked. But the problem was, Bayern went to share single goal away at Rotterdam. That is where the analysis began. Because, say, on the day, and in the match statistics, Bayern had the ball. Both at the final four had the plan. Bayern found about 68% of ball possession, final 32. Bayern about 26 shots, 7 on target. Feyenoord for about just 7 shots, 3 near-court targets. Go. Of course, one was a penalty. Corners, Bayern about 13. Feyenoord for about just 1 corner. So it tells you. So that's where the shocking result is. Say away to go and play against a certain Feyenoord Rotterdam side, which I don't know if you've realized. Now in Europe, every team, whether small or big, especially the small ones, or back against the big boys now. They don't just sit back and say, they be low block and it doesn't happen like that. These days, all of the teams do a lot of variations. There are times that teams be more aggressive high and then press and then win the ball from there. Or not always okay. Ultimate press here. There are times he comes into a mid block. Ultimate transiting successfully ever lower. Now for Abe City in the low block, and that's what Feyenoord Rotterdam for. And now on the FC Bayern Munich 3-0. Now share match now, Rich. You cannot even see the game. Like visibility no form because of it made it very difficult to watch the game. Now, after the game, Vincent Kompany, the coach of FC Bayern Munich, said we are used to playing against teams like Feyenoord that play this style of football. Most of the time, we find a solution and react to it, but that didn't work out today. And that's exactly what I was saying. It was not new. Bayern for it just could not get an answer to Feyenoord Rotterdam. Today, in the transfer market, me sure say what to say. A lot of the teams so want to pay goal scoring winger. Which goal scoring winger be no change Rodrigo Gosh.
And I feel the one who had the Quintia. Our brand say as a Madrid don't more appreciating and the both.
But ability BH, that's you also have to understand.
But he's an important player.
Exactly, but there is important and very important and very, very important. I think that in a corporate setting and baby, people should understand their place. I say, you can't, if you're not the most important person, understand your place.
But this is an outstanding form.
You see, for me, it's about the technique of a goal scoring winger and what he wants to do. Oh, goal was saying.
Jude,
yeah. And it is excellent. When you want goals from out wide, you get it from him. They don't wait till Kylian Mbappe and Kwane goes and I say Vinicius Junior. He is a guy that stands up, and in every Madrid in the last 5 years, all of the Madrid runs to the Champions League final where there have been a goal or somewhat from somebody will give him. There's a certain Rodrigo Goes that pops up. He's always going to be there, and then now he was very, very instrumental. Madrid emphatic win, 5-1 for me. Look at that.
But that back here,
yeah, from Jude Bellingham.
Yeah. FKK. And I pay messages are banning now. If you say on person discusses how do you mom Pedri and then Jude Bellingham. Why in a doom? Why in a doom? Madrid for say I'm a tatis here because Pedri doing ball and then why the Jude Real Madrid no. We should compare the two players. Is it there on?
Still
on. Say they are between Pedri and Jude Bellingham. What are you discussing about?
On this is rich, and then in a modern game of football, you discuss midfielders on 3 metrics, and impromptu, but then we'll still go ahead and do it. You find so be in a 4-3-3 and I say 4-2-3-1. Say you obi a free park, so that's a cam midfielder no, and the 2 midfielders that we are discussing, in this case, Pedri and your branch friend Jude Bellingham. Say unim say omunina ebetimi abo as a number 10. Pedri can play as a 10. Yeah. Jude can play as a 10. In fact, Jude mainstay these days is number 10. All of them can play as an 8. That is where Jude Bellingham used to play at Dortmund in a double pivot with Julian Brandt on the ball side. And with me, yeah, the box crash and the goes. The difference is that Pedri can play deeper as a 6 with Casado. Sometimes even alone this season, there are times that Casado did red card, you know, where Pedri played with, I think it was Gavi or so. Our base one of them. So for me, yes, in progression, Pedri need Jude Bellingham, check. In the final third, Pedri need Bellingham, check. But as the first phase of build-up in this area,
as in deep, no?
Deep to build up and start the whole process of building up, no? That is where Pedri, Jude, Krabi. So for me, Pedri is more complete. Jude can be more complete. There's a higher ceiling. No, wait till draw them. But it's also.
But the okay, the next was slightly ahead of.
Yes, Sisi can say. And you Jude first, and just say that Jude didn't mean you. But since Jude Abo Winyano, he is required to play as an 8 and a 10. Jude has never been required at Real Madrid. There is Chumeni, there is Ceballos, there is Camavinga. All of them are first phase. Into only here Jude in the first phase.
And then I can discuss in Kaya, but
I don't know messages.
Messages are
going.
Andrew Simon said, please, if you don't go there, Jude is a complete player. David say, Pedri is ahead of Jude Bellingham. Richardo. Abaka Sadiq Osman say, Pedri is good, but Jude is exceptional. And on another level.
Is he rich? I did about Chelse or Tias so you're fan. Maybe you want Jude a chain Pedri. They are there. Maybe was my Pedri a chain Jude Bellingham. And I make it machono. In the first phase of build-up, Pedri is better than Jude Bellingham.
Obia will be a unique.
Yes. Man, I did about Jude Bellingham or the book Pedri Bibri. The physicality and athleticism. Now, let me tell you something. Jude Ebetimi Abba Bejina Fiancé. Abba a simple pass, progressive one. Obedi Bo Nechia Richardo as a box crasher. Then he uses athleticism and then gets a goal. Pedri, that's not his stock in trade. All of them have advantages and disadvantages. But the thing is that across the field of play, we've not seen Jude a lot of the build-up job. Anything that most of the Barca fans make us say Pedri is more complete than Jude. You can call both of them complete. It's just that in certain aspects of the game, Obi will advantage than the other. And especially in build-up, you check Pedri to be better than Jude Bellingham. But to be athletic and then to finish the job in the final third, Obi to me, I'm about to finish Jude Bellingham. I had Saturday when we have time. And sometimes in match we said you just have to enjoy both players. Excellent in their own right. Pep Guardiola another big deal. Make I say both managers know themselves. Which it was a big night for Paris Saint-Germain for now. They couldn't afford to come out of it with nothing. In fact, the last time I'm going away to Bayern Munich, could drop a point to hold. The bigger headache was that say you back near Baby in 2025. The first one is against Manchester City at the Parc des Princes. So it was going to be tough. They knew it was going to be tough. What did Luis Enrique or see expected that reaching about a fair?
Measure 90 minutes.
See, and you see, talking about midfielders of this generation and stuff like that thing. Okay, I say me cowboy we want some chill. Say,
I know I'm
see, there is no way Manchester United should pay 80 million for Manuel Ugarte when there is Jean Neves.
No,
they now pay again, just like Pedri. What the man on him, but who Samsung for when he had the engine born in Phoenix? He was the master controller. In the absence of Rodri Cascante for Manchester City, there was a certain Jean Neves. And to the extent that Luis Enrique was comfortable to push Fabian Ruiz to the side and allow Brentford and Jean Neves to control the game. And then now Paris Saint-Germain for say he is a successor of Brentford and Marco Verratti. Excellent game. And Adeba Kwame Perez unim. I think some Manchester City for problem. They don't have the legs. Into a team now you're brave.
On my break.
Into a team now you're brave to be intense against them. Now pressure more. Now more pressure. They make mistakes. So who shall match now? Look at this analogy on the tactical board. How Paris Saint-Germain for consistently were pressing City for. At some point in time, it was a first line of 4 press against my friend Manchester City, and there was no option. What they will do is that they will set pressing traps for Phil Foden move on fiancé, and immediately the ball falls through, they will win it. So City 2 goals in the first half came from team my friend Paris Saint-Germain's inability to press efficiently. So it was a risk reward like we've always been talking about in terms of tactics. But in the second half, oh boy, Bradley Barcola, Ousmane Dembele,
second half,
crazy.
City awful.
Yeah.
After 2 goals, off.
Paris Saint-Germain for Belgium.
But Kofi, me to a point now say, say, on my bread, City team now, because I know how I on my bread. But I also think, say, Pep and Man City now, because I know, BB, as is the psyche of the players. So how is City team now? So only City bo game, no shower. The only thing you need is say, Fabo Bako to the net. Most of the players, no, we are one
as a cracks name.
Mistakes here and there. Because I know, after the City, it take that 2 goals lead, Now it was game no more. Immediately, PG take Cannibal Quantum. Game me, I'm trying City and Yano for cry draw. I know it's enough 3-2. In
a second half, Paris Saint-Germain for no control game. Luis Enrique after the game, we know that if we get through the late stage phase or the Champions League, then we will be tough opponent for anyone in the table. It's similar to last season when we were in the group of death. It's the same this season. We had the highest run of fixtures out of all 36 teams in the UCL, but we are ready to compete against anyone. Yesterday, the 2 boys from Barcelona, Esho Momentum, and it was the one and all France anyway coming out as the victorious of the 2. Excellent display. Now Nasser Khalifi said he is proud of the manager. Nkolusu Krampuna, he would have still seen him as the best. Of course, and now Inter Eshe 1-0. Milan with Francesco Conceição share 0. Arsenal also did the job at home against Dynamo Zagreb. And okay, there's some quick transfers I need to run you through. Kyle Walker Diono is almost done to AC Milan. Omar Mamouche and Open Man City have gone in and done their job. Rich, it's more than 60 million for Garnacho. Chelsea are waiting to bid. But Napoli for taking the lead. You see Antonio Conte and Garnacho didn't come on. And he has promised that he's going to be an important player with the team in Tiomra, not in Nyejuma. So that is where the issue. I think, say, Napoli for we need a bid to get a branch friend Alessandro Garnacho. He will go to the Italian Serie A and go and play under Antonio Conte. Chelsea for Ejai Boya, your friend Renato Vega to go away to go and play at Juventus. Now I'm saying that, and now Enzo Maresca say ni 2 midfielders, Enzo Fernandez and Romeo Lavia in Nepra. Enzo Fernandez be out for at least 2 to 3 weeks. But Romeo Lavia, the unshed any time, Romeo Lavia, eba back to come and play our Chelsea Football Club. Eruti, what do you mean, Chelsea fans, they say, Chelsea sporting directors no, are not calling this boy the best midfielder assistant now. Our French league and him, especially for teams that were below Paris Saint-Germain, in Andre Santos, the best young midfielder. Let me correct our statements now on him. Obviously, Chelsea for them form back. Only a branch friend Leslie Ugochukwu. But Chelsea sporting director is someone from. And on my explanation, I say Tasumu Kakra. The plan is that say almost free Andre Santos. One, so back at time Chelsea got to Strasbourg. That's Strasbourg fans ninja. Now they are playing well French League on table. The last week, against Marseille, they a 1-1 draw. And Andre Santos was very important. Oh, friend, you lose the empathy of the fans. And then two, boy, now the neighbor, there's a probability that Enzo Fernandez, your fit, that's a Lavia, your fitter. He is not going to be playing consistently. So if he's not playing consistently, what's the point? Over truncating the development. And it's the same for our branch friend Leslie Ugochukwu. Chelsea last season, Eddie Leslie Ugochukwu echo team a friend in Southampton. The plan was to get him to play consistently. Under Martin Russell, no Nyabimbo, but now under Jurassic, again he's getting time and he's playing. Chelsea said they won't call him back to come and play because all person be Tranketino. I don't know Marco team or your friend of Juventus, and they've asked of former Aston Villa for the friend Douglas Luiz. Say if any other team the Renato Vega more 4 million. And then they are going to pay a loan sum for him there. Then they will also want a branch friend Douglas Luiz as a loan, pure loan, number from now till June. Then in the summer, they will bring in any of them 2 boys now of Leslie Ugochukwu, any branch here, your friend Andre Santos to come in and play for them. And I think that is it with the transfer window. A branch here, friend Ronald Arawa extending the contract, no. Nyamiad Martin and is going to be official for team and friend FC Barcelona. And that is why so Renato Vega features, you know. Or see Roberto Martinez, the coach of Portugal, Afrina Kachene say, so Benga at centre back, he needs to be playing consistently. So Beka not Juve for centre back. And I need to know Arao on him. Once Arao now has extended or is going to extend at Barcelona, it looks as if our bench friend Renato Vega will come in and play our left centre back for team and friend Juventus, and then Arao is going to stay at Tima, your friend FC Barcelona. So that's it in terms of transfers. No, and then no games. No, and no Europa League. No, you know, so Besiktas, Athletic Club, boy, Galatasaray, so about 3-3. The rest of the matches, no, you're cunning boom. In terms of the coach, they are Bodo Glimt or Bomachi be goals. Bodo Glimt big game, yeah, is a lot of goals that come in there. So there are a lot of goals that will come versus Bodo Glimt. Any Maccabi Tel Aviv, games near very tight and close. But the association Shenekama, AZ Akmani Roma, I think all the matches in the Europa League, you know, over 1.5 ever to near tricky Kakrebi Adama or Honor Church. Elkona, Omo say no Beko Fikasiano, so share Pauk, any Slavia Prague. So it's a game of goals to come. I asked Amsterdam going away to go and play. Just need to be slightly careful. Last double chance. Manchester United, it's nephew. But still, we are not too confident of Manchester United playing against team friend Rangers. And our confidence. Manchester United versus Rangers.
Aye. Yeah, sure.
Richard, see how they be able to show us.
Rangers.
Aye.
Oh, yeah, sure.
English club. Into your money, they are not coming far off.
Yeah, now they're by Rangers.
Rangers last season, no more English Premier League.
Champions League. Yeah, now they're Rangers.
But investors need to protect their money for them. Some match over 1.5 and I said double chance Manchester United and Coma United giddy win Ibiane scanning Kokem in Turkey. So Fenerbahce, any Leon ever ball Honor. These are all matches that will go on. Manchester United looks like Coma qualify to the next stage, but then and then
Falco no
and Tuja and now it was only Bayern and our boys now come at here. Only Bayern, but and then I know say it is going to be good. Your record on the Europa League 100%. It has never gone bad. So then just be ready. May Bobo Amao is also a very, very visible board. No, so Rich. First code no. I know you 12 odds. 15718224. 15718224. The next one here 157177C3. I know you 23 odds 1571